This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, January 6th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. I got to be honest, it still feels weird saying 2020. The Anne Arundel County Police Department is investigating the first murder of the year in Brooklyn Park. On Sunday morning at about 1:15, they were called to the 300 block of Audrey Avenue in Brooklyn Park for a shooting. They discovered a male who's been identified as Elias Armando Maldonado Garciazo. He's a 20-year-old male from the 300 block of Audrey Avenue, suffering from gunshot wounds. He was transported to the University of Maryland Shock Trauma Center, where he later died. An autopsy was completed, and the medical examiner did determine that the manner was homicide. Anne Arundel County homicide detectives did respond to the scene. They did collect evidence. They did interview several potential witnesses, but it is still a very active and fluid investigation. If anybody has any information, they're asked to call the Anne Arundel County Police tip line at 410-222-4700 if you want to remain anonymous, or if you want to talk with a detective, you can call the homicide unit at 410-222-4731. Again, this is the first murder of the year in Anne Arundel County. Last year, there were a total of 9. Not really in Anne Arundel County, but kind of a disturbing incident out in Laurel. This happened at the Laurel Plaza Shopping Center on Fort Meade Road just before 11 a.m. on Saturday. Officers were called to the scene for an animal cruelty report, and when they got there, they found several dead seagulls all close together. After some investigation, they found that someone had purchased popcorn from the nearby Dollar Tree, emptied it in the parking lot, intentionally luring the seagulls, and then ran them over with his car. There were at least 10 birds that were dead. Police do believe the incident happened between 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m., and anybody that may have any information is asked to contact the police by email at lpdtips@laurel.md.us. That stinks. And what else stinks is after a 2-day meeting of the Chesapeake Bay Commission, the EPA's Chesapeake Bay Program Director, Dana Ongst, said that the 2025 deadline for restoring the bay and implementing the Chesapeake Bay's Clean Water Blueprint was merely aspirational and not legally enforceable. This is a backtrack to everything that has been said in the past, and as expected, politicians and environmentalists punched back. State Senator Sarah Elfreth responded on Twitter, and her statement partially said, "The answer lies in strongly enforcing the WIPs, working collaboratively with other Bay states, yes, especially PA, to do their part, and accepting that if this EPA and federal government abdicate their role in enforcement, local and state governments simply must and will continue to stand up." Anne Arundel County Stuart Pittman said that if the federal government won't lead this effort, then the state and local governments must. In Anne Arundel County, we are still in, and I invite the Chesapeake Bay governors and other local leaders to join us. Annapolis Mayor Gavin Buckley said, "It is my hope that President Trump and the EPA will see that policymakers and residents from Annapolis and all around the Bay watershed remain keenly interested in continuing our efforts to reduce pollution and restore the Chesapeake Bay. The Bay is a key driver for our Maryland economy and a big part of our culture and our way of life. The impact of a return to our old polluting ways is not acceptable and has a disproportionate impact on our most vulnerable populations. I urge the administration to rethink this policy." William Baker, who is the president of the Chesapeake Bay Foundation, said in part, "EPA's retreat is yet another signal that the administration does not value clean water and clean air. This position minimizes the significant financial and personal efforts some states, local governments, businesses, and individuals have taken to ensure that the blueprint goals are met. If the EPA does not fulfill its responsibilities to the region's residents and the American public, the Bay will never be saved." The EPA has wafted back and forth on helping out the Bay pretty much for the entire administration of President Donald Trump. It'll be interesting to see if they swing back the other way again. Hey, if you are kind of creative, the REACH program in Annapolis, which stands for Recreation, Education, Achievement, Community, and Health, which is a division of the Annapolis Recreation and Parks Department, plans to put on a production of The WIZ sometime this spring, and they are having auditions for The WIZ this week. You can head on over to the Pip Moyer Rec Center Wednesday night at 6 p.m., Thursday night at 6 p.m. or Saturday at noon to audition. Again, it's at the Pip Moyer Rec Center, and it is going to be a large production, so they are going to need speaking roles, dancing roles, singing roles. They're going to need teens and adults also to help with the stage crew, makeup, music, lighting, the whole 9 yards for this production. Anybody that is auditioning for a part is asked to bring a monologue from any movie or play along with a song or a dance to perform. Once again, January 8th, and January 9th at 6 p.m. at the Pip Moyer Rec Center, and then again January 11th at noon at the Pip Moyer Rec Center. So you can get in on the WIZ and ease on down that road. Hey, and as we wrap up, you want to make sure you're checking out the Legacy Business Spotlight series that we've been doing. Just this past Saturday, we featured Liquefied Creative, which is a firm right here in Eastport. The week before, it was Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits. And coming up this weekend is going to be Annapolis Green. And we always find out such great, interesting things about local businesses and organizations that not many people know. Definitely worth a listen. It is Monday, and we have Anne Arundel back with your Money Monday report. And of course, as we have every day, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. He's coming up in just 1 minute.
Hello, friends. This is Brian Griffiths from RedMaryland.com, inviting you to the 2020 RedMaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th, 2020 at the Doubletree Hotel in Annapolis. Confirmed speakers include Congressman Andy Harris, Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz, Transportation Secretary Pete Ron, Senator J.B. Jennings, Senator Steve Hershey, Senator Justin Reedy, Delegate Nick Kipke, Delegate Kathy Shalega, Delegate Lauren Erican, WBAL Radio's Andrew Langer and Jerry Rogers, Maryland Federation of Republican Women President Diana Waterman, Maryland Young Republicans Chairman Maria Sophia, Lauren Bogley from the Maryland Right to Life, and so much more. Tickets are available at redmarylandconference.com. Sponsorship opportunities and vendor tables are also available. That's redmarylandconference.com. Don't miss out on your opportunity to attend the redmaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th in Annapolis. Once more, buy your tickets now at redmarylandconference.com.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, January 6th. Yesterday brought a little sunshine back to the Annapolis region after clouds and rain on both Friday and Saturday, but it also brought some breezy winds and slightly cold temps as well in the 40s, which will be replaced, if only for one day, today with sunshine, slightly lighter winds, and highs near 50 degrees before a quick-hitting area of low pressure moves by Tuesday with rain and maybe even a few snow flurries or snow showers. And cold highs only near 40 degrees before sunshine does come back to the region Wednesday and Thursday with seasonably cold highs in the 38 to 45 degree range each day before clouds and 50s on Friday ahead of another Saturday with temps possibly 60 plus degrees and more rain expected, possibly during the Ravens home playoff game at 8:15 p.m. at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMD VA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hey, Annapolis, Eastern Shore, and Anne Arundel County. My name is Rick Peters, and I'm the president of Solar Energy Services. Business is good in the solar industry, and we're currently hiring and training new installers. We also need experienced project managers and drafting specialists to help meet demand and bring clean, renewable energy to homes and businesses in Maryland and Washington, D.C. After 40 years, we can attest to the fact that there's never been a better time to join the solar workforce than right now, especially at Solar Energy Services, where our on-the-job training will allow for rapid advancement for fast learners and emerging leaders. We're locally owned and operated, we have a great work environment, and we offer competitive pay and benefits. And we like to hire for the long term because we believe our employees are our greatest assets. So be sure to apply today at solarsaves.net or call 410-923-6090 because sunshine's a-wasting.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Your money, managing and investing it can be confusing and sometimes scary. Here to help you put your financial picture into focus is Anne Arundel from CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report.
This is Anne Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. The market started the year strong, setting new all-time highs, until tension in the Middle East caused a slight decline, largely driven by oil prices. Economic data still points to 2020 continuing the bull market run, although geopolitics may cause short-term volatility. As we enter 2020, you may be thinking of New Year's resolutions. I'd like to offer some financial resolutions for you. Increase your emergency fund. A long-term goal is to have 6 months of living expenses available in some combination of cash accounts and conservative investments. Until then, add a small amount each paycheck and increase it over time. If your employer offers a retirement plan with a match, increase your contribution to make sure you are taking full advantage of the match. It's essentially free money. If you received a raise to start the year, like federal employees and service members, consider splitting that raise. Increase the amount you contribute to your retirement or emergency savings with part of the raise, and keep part for discretionary spending. If you have a high-deductible health plan, consider how you can maximize contributions to your health savings account, or HSA. Contributions made to an HSA are pre-tax, and if used for qualified medical expenses, are tax-free. Account balances can also be carried over, unlike flexible spending accounts, which are use or lose. If you have children or grandchildren, and you want to help them pay for college, check out the Maryland 529 plan. It offers a state income tax deduction for contributions. Review your insurance coverage. Talk with your home and auto insurance agent to make sure you're protected in case of a serious accident. Talk with your financial advisor about term life insurance, which can be fairly inexpensive. Finally, resolve to be mindful of your money in 2020. Paying for things in cash can help. Tracking cash flow on a daily or weekly basis is also a good practice. Stop and think before you buy something. Is there a bigger goal that's more important, like paying down debt, improving savings, buying a second home, or traveling more? If you're interested in learning more, our calendar of educational events for 2020 is up on our website, www.CovingtonAlsina.com/events. One notable event we've added for this year is our Second Saturday seminars. The Second Saturday Divorce Workshop Program was founded in 1989 by the nonprofit Women's Institute for Financial Education. Second Saturday deals with the legal, financial, family, and personal issues of divorce in a logical yet compassionate way. With the guidance of trained professionals, you'll gain a greater understanding of the confusing divorce process. The workshop is taught by a family law attorney, a financial professional, and a therapist, and provide you with knowledge and resources that you need to inform, prepare, and protect you and your family. If you are a woman contemplating or in the early stages of divorce, please consider joining us. Our next event is this Saturday, January 11th. Registration for this and our full slate of events is on our website, www.CovingtonAlsina.com/events. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance reference is historical and is no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged and may not be invested into directly. This information is not intended to be a substitute for specific individualized tax advice. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, consult your attorney, accountant, and financial advisor or tax advisor prior to investing. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Anne Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
When a ring from the United States Naval Academy comes into Zachary's for a center stone, it always makes us wonder, where's this one going? Where's this one been? A nuclear sub in the North Atlantic? A carrier deck in the South Pacific? The moon? 52 astronauts are Academy graduates, from Iwo Jima to Okinawa, Corregidor to the Coral Sea, Midway to the Persian Gulf, Congress to the White House. These rings go where America goes. 73 that went to war were awarded the Medal of Honor. But wherever they go, wherever they may serve, our admiration goes with them.
Zachary's, online at zacharysjewelers.com. More than a jewelry store, a jeweler.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.